There are two types of intakes available for high school students in India, right? One intake is when you're in your ninth standard, and the second intake is when you're in your 11th standard.
Welcome back to ExperTribe. How cool will it be to study in a top-notch university after your high school, and that too on a 100% paid scholarship, and then land yourself a job, a highly competitive one in the financial hub of Asia, that is Singapore. If I had known about this right, I would have definitely applied. Maybe I didn't, but I would love you all to know about it. So here I bring to you the episode 1 of Education Abroad series. The guest today is Krishna, who earned a scholarship for his school level in Singapore for his engineering degree in NUS, and then has landed a job in Citibank. So over to you, learn from it and wait till the end of the podcast because I will reveal the name of the scholarship there.
Hi, Krishna.
Hi, Deepsha.
Hi, I welcome you to ExperTribe.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I would like to ask you, how has your journey been like now?
Right. Yeah, sure. So basically, I'm from India. I was born and brought up in Bangalore for a good part of my life. Spent about 8 years there and moved across different places within India. I also had a brief stint in Muscat in Oman for about just under 2 years then. And then we moved back to India, and I did most of my high school in Delhi in DPS Noida. So generally, I've come from a background where I've had the opportunity to move across different schools and different cities. So for me, that has always been a aspect of my growth and my learning journey. So actually, it turns out our brief stint in Muscat was quite a important one, because that is where we came to know about the whole scholarships available to come to Singapore, and all the different opportunities and stuff. So that is when the whole conversation started as to how we should kind of think about future, how we should kind of think about planning for post high school life, because until then it was just about India mein shayad karenge, pick the usual IIT route agar hoga to, otherwise pick the usual engineering route in India. But I think that was when around 9th standard, that was when really we started to think about a life outside of India, a life outside of the usual engineering curriculum. So that is kind of how it whole happened. So when we came back to India, there was a ad also on the newspaper every year. Whenever they conduct this scholarship, right, they will be sending an ad out in the newspaper saying that we are inviting applicants. Please kind of do come and apply, and we will kind of consider you. So that is how the journey started.
That's nice. So, if you have to put it for students, what is the process of applying as a high school student migrating from India to Singapore?
Right. So basically, what happens is, there are two types of intakes available for high school students in India, right? One intake is when you're in your ninth standard, and the second intake is when you're in your 11th standard, right? So for those two levels, both the intakes are conducted by the same governing body, which is the Ministry of Education in Singapore, MOE, right? So what the MOE does is they would be sending out like an advertisement or a newspaper ad, and also this kind of scholarship is quite famous through word of mouth as well. So what happens is, generally in the month of I would say June, July, you would expect this kind of a ad saying, we are accepting applicants. Please do come and apply, bolke. And once you apply, there will be a pretty, I would say, pretty lengthy process. It would take about 3 months, where you have to go through online application phase. Then you'll have to go through, a written exam, one whole day written exam, where they will test you on different subjects, and finally there would be an interview round. So, once you clear all the 3 rounds, then they would be offering you the scholarship, and then they will give you about a week or so to consider whether you want to accept the scholarship or not. And if you do decide to accept, then you will be, called over to Singapore somewhere in the month of end December usually, because unlike in India where the academic curriculum starts in May, I believe, for Singapore, our academic curriculum starts in January. It's a January to November kind of a cycle. So for us, we usually come to Singapore in end December, early Jan, and then that's how we start the process.
As promised, I am back. So the scholarship's name is SIA Youth Scholarship, and it's sponsored by the MOE, Ministry of Education, Singapore. So the details are in the links below, and please do like, share and subscribe us so that we can get you great guests for your great careers ahead. Bye bye.